Hello everybody, it's TMOG 217. Today we're having a look at a bricktober set that released in October of 2022. It was a gift with purchase at Toys R Us's from October 13th to the 19th with purchases of 80 Canadian dollars or more before taxes on any Lego building sets, excluding clearance items with 8 cents at the end. Anyway, while supplies last. It doesn't currently have a set name. It contains 168 pieces, and I guess the name on the thing on Toys R Us's website is a Lego Space Adventure Ride. So, let's just quickly open it up and see what's inside, and then, yeah, because I haven't opened this before. So, yeah, you got some nice artwork on the top bit. It's the same as this, so that's pretty cool. And, okay, you get this little sleeve, which I'm assuming is the instructions. Yes, that's the instructions. Okay, we'll have a look at that later. And let's see. Oh, you just got the 2 bags containing all the parts, nothing else in there. So I guess we'll just check back in once this is all built up. So here is the set all built up, and this is honestly really impressive. For those wondering, yes, it is fairly similar of a build to the LEGO Ideas Space Rocket Ride, just overall in concept. Even the base is pretty similar, minus like the LEGO logo and whatnot. The mechanism is slightly different, as instead of it having like a weird little thing in the middle, it just goes up and down like that, which is a fun little mechanism. I would love to see this be hooked up to some power functions by any chance. However, it would need some modification, though, to get that unique look of going at this pace. But it's still a pretty cool rocket ride. So yeah, again, with, I guess, the new trend with Bricktober packs is you get that printed Lego logo thing, which is always nice. You got some steps to go up to the ride, and you got this little thing, coin thingy-mabobber, or whatever it's called. And, it is filled right up with these 1x1 tiles that just have a 5 on it, so it's supposed to be like a nickel, and you get like 5 of these, plus like I think you get 1 in the extra. But anyway, the idea is you close this up, and you're just supposed to put one of those in here, and then that's supposed to basically activate the ride. Now, I guess it's worth mentioning that you can separate the ride if you just want to have the rocket build separate, and that does look really cool. You can, of course, sit the included minifigure right here, as it does have mid-legs, but we'll have a closer look at the minifigure after this. Anyway, do have that nice seat piece with the steering wheel. Kind of interesting how it uses 2 cell phone pieces to make up these side control panels, but it's cool part usage. And then you got a little printed piece on the back here, kind of weird inclusion, but can't complain, it's a nice print. And you got some of these printed tile cheese slopes things. Only complaint I have with this little micro spaceship is the classic space flag. It is not supposed to look like this. I'm willing to bet this is just a piece from a Lego City set, and they just reused it here. I definitely could have, like, you could modify it to be like this, using like maybe 2 or 3 pieces. And I don't know why it's not included. I guess it probably takes away from the whole flag look, but I think it just improves it. It just looks weird with this tile being on the side, if you ask me. But, yeah, no, great build overall. And, yeah, not much else to say about it other than pretty similar to the Ideas one, just, with a different take. So anyway, with that information out of the way, let's have a look at the minifigure included in this set. So as of the time of this recording, this minifigure doesn't have an official name for it, I guess. So I guess we'll just call it Space Rocket Ride Kid. And this is just an exclusive combination of parts. The binoculars are in a nice dark green, which is a nice inclusion. You got that telephone piece. That is very nice to get. One complaint I do have with this minifigure is you look on the advertising for this promotional item and you look at the helmet. It's supposed to be the classic space helmet, and yet we got the regular white racer helmet, which isn't at all what was advertised that would be received with this set. So I might just go out of my way to get a proper helmet, but that's just me nitpicking, I guess. It's still a fine helmet, but it's just a pain in the butt because the build looks like classic space, the t-shirt is classic space, why is the helmet not classic space? Anyway, the legs are an exclusive inclusion, I guess, to this set, because it normally comes in the 4+ Spider-Man and Friends sets used as Miles Morales' legs, and it is the new mid-legs, so it's a nice inclusion. But yeah, not really much else to say about this minifigure, so let's have a look at the other stuff that's included in this promotional set. I guess one thing I forgot to mention that's also included with this set is you do get 2 different kinds of hair pieces if you want to swap it out. So you get this light orange hairpiece, as well as this black female hairpiece. So it can basically be whoever you want. Just a thing I forgot to mention that was also included. Anyway, let's have a look at the instructions. So included in this promotional set, you get 2 things of instructions. This is the first or second, depending on which you decide to build, because again, you get 2 bags with this set, and this one is just to make up the spaceship build as well as the minifigure, and these are very large instructions. I honestly would argue that these should have been like a miniature booklet, because this just seems a little too large for my liking. Anyway, it does tell you to connect it to the stand, so I guess you could argue this is the second pair of instructions. Again, it really doesn't matter how you start with building this set, but anyway, you do have your parts listing for the second bag, I guess, so that's interesting. But yeah, it just all fold up quite nicely into a little pamphlet that fits into that little thing that we saw at the beginning of the video. But yeah, it is quite a hassle to get this all folded up. But yeah, as for the second pair of instructions, they are a little bit smaller, but still as big of a pain. So yeah, as you can see here, just making the base. And again, totally should have been a booklet instead of these long pieces of paper. Like this kind of instruction technique should only be for polybags in my opinion. This just feels overwhelming. And again, you got the parts listing for the bag that is used to make the main stand for the rocket ride. Anyway, and again, these also fold up quite nicely and can be stored in that same container that we saw at the beginning of the video. But yeah, not much else to say about this, so let's have a look at the other stuff included in this set. Surprisingly, this set does come with extra parts, so this is what I got in my copy of the promotional set. So overall, amazing gift with purchase, especially for the fact that it's a Bricktober exclusive at Toys R Us in Canada and Asia. For the fact that you have to spend 80 Canadian dollars, this is not that bad, and you definitely get the value out of it compared to other promotions that LEGO themselves hold. It's even got me thinking to go back and buy the Ideas one, just so I can have the original concept to this one. Again, only flaws I have with this are the misconception of what's included for the helmet and just the flag placement. Everything else is pretty perfect in my opinion. Even the packaging is premium compared to normally what we get with Bricktober packs. So I'm not quite sure how much this is going on the aftermarket as of the time it's recording. I'd imagine, because on the receipt it says $20 is what the retail price is for this. I'd imagine it'd be like 20-30 bucks plus shipping. So yeah, I definitely say try and pick it up if you can. It's a great little promotional build, and it's definitely a fun display piece. Anyway, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that fun stuff. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you all in a future video. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.